is Rogers TV, Ottawa.
Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV. My goodness, you know, the one guarantee I have is whenever you tune into this show, you're going to have some fun. And we're going to have some fun with the first two segments on the show today because we're going to stay in the kitchen. My first guest, Miriam Pearl. She is owner and recipe developer with Delicious Without Gluten. Welcome to the show, Miriam. Great to have you here. Thank you for traveling here as well. You did a bit of traveling. We've been running around in the studio here trying to get, well, by we, I mean you, but I like to take some credit. I was here cheering you on.
Thank you.
So I was doing something.
Greatly appreciate it.
It's great to have you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
What are we talking about? Now, obviously, I know what we're talking about. There's apples all over the place here. Why is it? It is apple season, right?
Apple season, absolutely. And it was just Rosh Hashanah, and we do apples and honey. So I was busy making some really nice desserts for our holiday.
Nice.
And this dessert is actually really good because you have a really big meal, and at the end of the meal, you get this pretty little...
It's beautiful.
Rose.
It's like a little apple rose, right? And it's not too big, because you're right. I mean, at Rosh Hashanah, I'm sure you're having a pretty big meal, right?
That's it.
You don't want exactly like half a cheesecake for dessert, so this is perfect. And not that there's anything wrong with half a cheesecake. Don't get me wrong. I've done it myself. So let's talk. You're going to walk me through how to prepare this, right?
Yeah, so there's certain apples that are better for this than others. Some get mushy.
Okay.
So today I have a Honeycrisp. I love the Honeycrisp.
Me too.
I'm going to actually show you how to cut it, but I'm actually going to give you a choice of one of these, and we're going to make the apple roses ourselves.
Together.
So
I'm just going to follow your lead here.
That's
you go ahead. Okay.
So first of all, I'm going to cut the apple in half. And I use a melon baller, and I take it in the center. And it's as easy as that. And then I use a knife, and I cut a little V on the ends.
Okay.
And that's how we core it up.
And then we're good to go.
We're good to go, except you have to know how to cut it.
Yes.
So if you are good at cutting,
I like to think
actually
I am. I'm the cutter in the family.
Very thin slices by putting your hands or your fingers over here and doing it that way. Or if you're like me and you're very lazy,
you're not lazy.
you use a mandolin.
You're practical.
I'm very
Miriam,
practical.
Yeah.
Anything to do a shortcut.
I was just going to say, look at you being brave with just the fingers there, but no, you caught on. I see.
So what we do is we take the apple pieces and we boil them in water for about 1 minute.
Okay.
Now first you have to boil the water and then count the minute after.
Right.
Because some people say, oh no, it takes 3 minutes. No. Boil the water first.
Don't leave them in there while it begins boiling.
Yeah, it's going to soften up, get mushy.
Okay.
You can do the same thing in the microwave.
Oh,
I mean, we're technologically advanced.
Yeah, of course we are. We have one right down below there. Look at, we've got everything. Working stovetop, microwave.
That's it. So what you're going to do, though, is boil the water in the microwave first.
Yes.
And then do your 1 minute.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay? So when we're finished that, we have to do a puff pastry. So puff pastry is easy to buy in a store.
Yeah.
But if you're gluten-free, it's not easy.
It's not so easy.
Not so easy.
Are there specialty stores, though, that carry it?
There are. They're very rare to find a puff pastry.
And you have to be careful because some things, I don't know. My wife is on a keto diet, and we go in and the package says keto, whatever, keto tortillas. And then we look on the back and there's nothing keto about it, right?
Yeah.
You have to be careful where you buy things.
I have a recipe on my website.
Okay.
And there is actually a YouTube video because it would take an entire segment to show you how to do it.
Gotcha.
However, I did leave you some
here.
flat pieces.
Yeah.
What I did was I rolled it out. So one of these packages, I rolled it out into strips, and I used my handy dandy pizza cutter.
Okay.
That's it.
That's good.
And to that, we have tons of options.
Look at this.
So we have caramel sauce, we have apricot jam, I have some maple syrup if you want. So one of them you're going to go like this.
Right.
And then I always put in sugar, cinnamon and sugar.
Okay.
Because I love cinnamon and sugar.
So I'm going to start with one of these.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm going to start on my
apricot.
side. You start on your side.
You got it. Yeah.
On your mark, get set.
Oh, it's a competition.
It's a competition.
I don't mind. I love being in the kitchen. Now I'm no expert.
No, not too much because it's going to ooze out. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's just perfect.
That was close.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now take some of this and sprinkle.
Okay.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. Gotcha.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay, I'm stealing yours. Okay, so
you're allowed.
I'm going to give you Fuji. How's that?
Fuji apple.
Fuji apple.
Okay.
That's for you. And
I like the color of it, actually.
Lobo.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
So, the color's pretty.
Yeah, I love that.
it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the arch on the top, just sticking out. And we're just gonna cascade them like this, one after the other.
Cascading, gotcha.
Yeah, come on.
I'm coming, I'm cascading, man.
Okay.
Cascading.
So I cut out a piece that's about, this is my little ruler, 12 inches.
Okay.
This one's a bit smaller. The smaller you get this way, the smaller the wrap is.
Okay,
so,
okay.
But we're just gonna fold it over now. So watch, I'm gonna fold it this way, this way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start on this side. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And we're gonna roll it.
Oh, I'm nervous, man.
Are you? Are you
sweating?
sweating?
A little bit.
Are you sweating?
Well, it's the lights, I like to think,
Yeah,
but maybe it is the rolling. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, so I have mine like this.
Keep it together,
Now
Paige.
these are, you can use a muffin tin. I have these. Oh, look at that. It's nice. It's nice.
Look at that.
Okay, you can stick it in here or in here.
Okay,
both of them can bake. And so that's it. What you do is you bake this in the oven, just like so. You can loosen up the petals or do whatever you want with it.
Right.
Nice.
What do you think?
Nice.
I'm kind of
and then
impressed.
What you want on top, you can either put some more cinnamon and sugar, or you can put a little bit more apricot.
Oh.
And then it goes into the oven for about a half an hour, 45 minutes, and it'll get nice and brown.
I'm gonna do a little more.
And then, what's the magic dust powder that we use to make things pretty?
Icing sugar.
Everything looks better with icing sugar.
100%. Okay.
And with
do a little bit of that.
Oh, no, after it's baked.
Oh, shoot, after it's baked.
Yeah.
Is that going to ruin it?
No, it's all good. Sugar.
Okay, don't
sugar.
follow Derek on this step, okay? Just let's rewind. Okay,
so
but there are variations. We're looking at one right here. So you could do this as sort of a larger dessert,
So this is
right?
with the same puff pastry. So
Okay.
what I did was I just made a little tart. So you could just roll it out like 9 inches or 8 inches and then put the apples inside. I did the exact same thing. I took apricot jam or caramel jam or whatever, and then I put the apple pieces on, sprinkle cinnamon and sugar, dab a little bit more apple crap, and then I just folded over the edges and I put it in the oven. And you don't bake with pomegranates, you just jewels on
just
top.
like the sugar,
Exactly.
no pomegranate. And then here's another variation.
Yeah,
I guess,
so
of
again,
using
a
apples,
pie.
of
That's
course.
my apple crumb pie. It's
Look
like my
at
favorite.
the depth of that thing.
I love
That
apple
looks like
crumb
a
pie.
Chicago deep dish pizza depth you got there, Miriam. It's beautiful. So what's on the top there?
It's an apple crumble. It's just oats and flour and butter and sugar. And that's it.
All the food groups.
Most important parts of
all the food groups. And there's the finished product there.
And you can. So that one over there was made with a red delicious apple, and the petals are very red, and it'll get brown. People always say put a little bit of lemon, not to have them brown inside.
Right.
But I'll tell you, it's going to get brown anyway in the oven.
Okay.
I never worry about things like that.
Yeah, why would you? I mean, it's cooked. Who cares?
I know,
right?
but everybody tells you the instructions how to do it like that. Just
I see. Okay.
So I'm just telling you, not necessary. Cut every corner you can to get the best, delicious, yummy apple.
Now, you at home probably thinking to yourself, wow, that's too much entertainment for me with Miriam and Derek together. This is just off the rails. Well, that might be true, but we're coming back and we're continuing to talk apples. We've got a new recipe coming back with Miriam Pearl, delicious without gluten, right after this. Don't go anywhere.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Play 4 games of bingo from the comfort of your own home each Monday at 7 p.m. for your chance to win money from our $2,000 regular bingo or $5,000 super bingo night. Kiwanis TV Bingo, Mondays at 7 p.m. on Rogers TV.
Summer days, summer nights, lots of things to do, places to go, and people to see. If you're having a few drinks, be sure to plan ahead and get home safely. We don't want to pick you up. Drinking drivers risk injuries to themselves and others and take chances with their license, their jobs, and their future. Remember what's at stake and choose your ride, whether you're the driver, the passenger, or the party host. Thanks for supporting Sober Driving. I hope we never meet.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more.
Hey everybody!
everybody. My name is Karen. I'm here with my best friends Shane and Monique. Join us on Rogers TV for Fitness Faction. Every week, we're going to take you through a full body workout. We've got strength training, we've got cardio, we've got HIIT. Ladies, let's get back into it.
I think we've got 10 more skaters. Let's go.
Every year, dozens of Canadians are killed or seriously injured because they take risks around railway tracks. Talk to your loved ones about rail safety. Visit stoptracktragedies.ca.
It's a new season of The New Fly Fisher on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the show. As promised, back with Miriam Pearl from Delicious Without Gluten, talking apples. Of course, it is apple season, and I imagine, Miriam, is it different apples like over the last few months? Because apple season started, what, a couple of months ago?
Yeah, it starts the end of August.
Okay, end of August. So not that long. Not as long as
a little bit at a time.
Right.
Now we're in Corton season. We're just past Lobo.
Okay.
We're just
you know your apples.
Yeah,
like that's why we have you on the show. I have no idea. The Honey Crisp is my favorite, but that's pretty much all I know. So we're continuing with apples, but we're going to do something a little bit different, right?
Yeah, so we're doing savory now.
Okay.
So
we're
it's
doing
like
savory.
harvest vegetables and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
I took a variety of harvest vegetables. This is actually inspired by a Jerusalem kugel that I remember from my childhood that my sister made once, and it was very sweet and lots of pepper.
Okay.
So it was
I
a
love
very
both
nice,
those things.
yeah.
Okay.
So I start with a butternut squash. I think many people get very nervous to cut one of these things.
Yes.
So I'm going to show you how.
Okay.
So
there's members of my family who I'm not going to out here on live television that we will not let cut things like this, because this is what we do. We do this, you know. Oh, God.
So,
something's going to come off over there.
Derek, you're going to need your microwave.
Okay.
So first what I do is I microwave it for 1 minute, and then
right.
I stab it in various parts.
A little violent, Miriam.
Yes,
okay.
I know. I know.
Get
it's
some
all
anger
good.
issues out there. It's okay.
Then I put it back into the microwave for another 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
And I let it cool.
All right.
Now, I let it cool, and I just started peeling just before the show. Now, it's super, super easy to peel.
Oh, yeah.
So first of all, peeling one of these like that is not going to work.
Not a good idea.
You need a new
I've
knife.
been there, yes. And you need a sharp knife to cut it.
So we're going to put it on its side, and we're going to actually cut the top and the bottom.
I'm going to give one of my guests heck, because they could have shown me this years ago. Because you know what they did? They would take it and cut off the side a little bit so that it didn't roll on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they would start cutting it, but you still did the cringe. This is much better.
Always need a base, because you don't want
Yes.
to hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's a better base than what
And
I was shown.
So you can see over here, you have your seeds. Usually what I do is I cut it off right over here,
Okay.
and then I turn it over so it's solid again.
Right.
And then I cut it in half, and cut it in half, and cut it in half, and then you turn each piece
Those are
over.
quarters, Miriam. I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that to a guest. I'm sorry.
Fine.
I just, I'm
in
a little.
quarters.
Yeah.
I didn't know how. Well, it depends
I'm
on
a
how
little
big it
bugger
is.
sometimes. Yeah, no, I
it's
hear
okay.
you. Just-
And then I take each one. Thank you. We take each one and
Yeah.
we cut that one in half too.
Yes.
And then just like butter sticks, we just then make cubes.
Okay.
Okay. So it's pretty easy.
This
what
is
we do
really,
with this side,
this is much better than what I was.
we
I like
scoop it out.
Right.
So you scoop it out, put it in the garbage, and then you just do the same. Cut.
Okay.
Easy, easy.
Easy peasy. Gotcha.
So I'm going to show you another thing that we do. So first of all, I put the pieces of the recipe, and everything is on the website.
Okay.
But I cut up the butternut squash, followed by some beautiful sweet potato.
Okay.
Some onions so they caramelize.
Nice.
And some parsnip. A lot of people don't use parsnip.
I love
it's a great
parsnip.
flavor.
It's like a sweet carrot.
Exactly.
Right?
But no, it's a little bit different. It's
okay. All right.
It's got a little bit of an edge.
Listen,
something
you're
different.
the expert.
It's okay.
I'm just here
So-
learning.
What we do is we pour some oil on top. So the recipe actually is 2 pans. So one I actually roasted in the oven at 400 for half an hour, and then I don't like it to be too busy because it won't get all crispy.
Yeah, you want those little nice little bits, right?
So you
those
have to
crispy
use
bits.
2 different pans.
Okay.
You equal it up, put it on different pans. And the apples, by the way, I'm going to show you how to do the apple.
Okay.
So again,
I love this instrument.
I love this one too. I just do this. So, okay.
Nice.
So what we do is just, while these are small,
yeah.
you don't want apples to be too small, so you're just going to cut them in half.
Why? Because they'll shrink quite a bit?
Yes, they'll get and then it'll disintegrate.
Gotcha.
So you want them to be bigger than the others.
Okay.
Okay, that's the only thing that you need to know. Other than that, everything goes together. You put some oil, and then you have some sugar, tons of pepper, some cinnamon, and salt. And you mix it all together, and you toss it up, put it in the oven.
Okay.
And then it comes into here. However,
we're not done yet, folks.
We're not done.
Okay.
So when we're finished, garnish again.
Love the garnish.
Is the coriander, because it gives it a nice flavor.
I love coriander.
Okay, if you like it.
Yeah, I know. It's a love-hate relationship.
I know.
Right? I don't understand. It's fantastic
so
stuff.
what I did afterwards is, some people, soup is really good this time of year.
Of course.
So I put everything in a blender. I added a liter of broth. It could be vegetable broth, chicken broth.
Okay.
And inside my mixer, and I then use the pieces from the roast on top for a garnish.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you blended it and then you've just left some.
Yeah.
So that
it's a chunky soup. You can't eat a lot. It has to be a small bowl because it's very filling.
Right. Unless it's a full meal that you're doing. Like you could do the soup as a meal.
You can.
You wouldn't choose to.
You can. Did you taste that?
I
you
like,
need to taste that.
Okay, well sometimes I like a soup for a
meal.
meal.
And sweet and very full of harvest vegetables are very heavy.
Right.
And it's got,
I see.
This, like,
that's why you're. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
so I don't know. You smell it. Hold on. I don't know if you can smell it.
Yeah.
But it's
well,
very
I can smell
peppery.
it from, yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So it's that
like
kind of a.
So I mean, if you didn't turn it into a soup, would you use this then as a side dish, right?
Yeah.
It'd be nice at like Thanksgiving too, right?
Absolutely.
Nice little.
And it makes a nice display because after you're going to put your little green coriander and it goes in a nice bowl.
Could you do some kind of variation as a stuffing?
You can.
In your turkey,
just add some breadcrumbs, not breadcrumbs, some croutons.
Yeah.
And you can do that inside
just because all the savories that you have here and a little bit of sweetness, it would be.
It's a great idea.
Thank you.
I'm going to now figure that one out.
Going to implement that
I
now.
think I'm gonna
Thanks
do
to
it.
Derek.
That's
my website is it's going to be a game changer on the website. Go ahead.
I was going to say that I use the Granny Smith apple because it's the most tart, and I like the combination of tart, sweet, and peppery.
I see. Yeah, because you're doing some sugar on there too,
yeah,
right?
you don't want a sweet apple.
Gotcha.
Remind
everybody at home where they can find this recipe and, of course, many more.
So I have a website at deliciouswithout.com, and you just go to recipes, and I put it right there.
Wonderful.
And
so much fun, Miriam. You're such a great sport. Thanks for putting up with me. I appreciate it. Leanne Lacroix's up next to put up with me. We're talking some fall fashion, fall interior design and decor. We'll be back with that right after this.